started. Gather round, gather round. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay. Hello, hello. What's up, family? How are you today? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for the petition?
Yeah.
Ready to fight? Ready to win? We're going to do it this year.
Yeah.
We're going to do it this year. We have to. Failure is not an option, and the work that we've done starting last year has really set us up for success this year. Thank you all so much for coming. You all might have noticed that we decided to have a rally after the legislative session was over. And the reason for that is because we're not actually here to appeal to the people who work in that building. They've shown that they're not willing to pass the bill. They're not willing to take action, and in the meantime, while they're waiting for this issue to become politically expedient, patients are suffering, children are dying, and that's just not acceptable. And so we're here today not to ask, but to tell them and the world that we will get this done, and we will get it done this year. This is the most dedicated group of people I've ever met in my life, and through that dedication, through that perseverance, and through the love that we have for one another, we will succeed this year. So I'm just so proud to stand with all of you, and I know that we can do it. My name is Eric Smith. I'm the Executive Director of Oklahomans for Health, and it's my honor and privilege to introduce you to our first speaker, true champion for the cause, Chairman of the Board of Oklahomans for Health, the man we all know and love, Chip Paul. Give him a hand.
I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and really for being here today, first of all, but just your efforts over the last year. So if you think about, where we were, and a lot of you guys were here on the steps of the Capitol back in February, of last year. And if you think about what has changed since then, so, last year there was a lot of hope and there was a lot of promise, but really there wasn't much happening. Last year we were able to go out and petition for medical, and really, that was nothing that our organization did. That was stuff that you guys did. And I can't tell you what an impact that we made and have made nationally over what we accomplished last year. Because last year, and I just want to compare and contrast something with you guys. So, last year, we got about 80,000 counted signatures. We probably actually got about 100,000 signatures. And we did that on a budget of about $45,000, which is nothing in this kind of effort. And if you compare and contrast what we did here to what happened in Oregon over the same time period, Oregon was on their third try at a recreational petition. And they got about the same amount of signatures that you guys got, that each one of you went out and gathered here in Oklahoma. They got about 80,000 signatures, but they spent $3 million getting those signatures. So I'm extremely proud of what we accomplished here last year, on just such a limited budget. And really it just speaks volumes about you guys. Because this will not happen without each and every one of you getting out and getting the signatures. So we know the votes are there. We know the signatures are there. 70% of Oklahomans support a medical marijuana law in Oklahoma, right? 70% of us believe in this. 70% of us are behind this. All we've got to do is put a piece of paper in front of the 70%. Sign here. Yeah. We've got this. We've got this, no problem. Yeah. The only thing really that's going to hold us back is our organization and how we come together to really go out and gather those signatures. So if we're organized, if we're complete, if we've got our stuff together, we'll get what we need. And again, money helps that, right? So, you know, really what we're kicking off today is our fundraising efforts for our petition effort that's going to happen August to October of this year. And our hope is that we raise a whole lot more than the $40,000 we were able to raise last year. And we believe that we'll be able to do that, certainly. And again, you know, it's not like we're looking for $3 million. That's ridiculous. So, you know, we can get this done for $300,000 or probably even less than that. So it's not a large amount of money because we want this. We're motivated to get this. We're going to go out and get signatures no matter what if we don't raise $1. I mean, we're still going to get this. So, you know, it's all about you guys, though. And I am so deeply honored, so deeply grateful to be a part of this movement here in Oklahoma. And every day I am honored by your efforts, your presence, your devotion to this issue. And you know, people like Brittany and Jackie have been denied this medicine too long, and it's too good, it's too fast. You know, cancer, seizures, you know, you just go down the list, and this medicine applies to all. And so it's time we got it back. Yes. So here we go. All right, so it's my pleasure really to introduce now Brittany Hardy Warrior, who's been a big part really of our Oklahomans for Health effort. Brittany's daughter, Jackie, suffers from a form of seizure syndrome that's very much like Bayes. But Jackie really doesn't benefit from Katie's Law, which was passed here. I'm sure Brittany will talk all about that. Brittany Hardy. And Brittany.
Hello, everybody. First, I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all. I'm going to kind of touch on what we've been through as far as cannabis goes in our life and how it's really affecting us as a whole, this entire state. So my daughter Jackie, she was born perfectly normal, healthy, just like my other children, and at 5 months old she suffered her first seizure. Like a lot of parents, we took her to the doctor and we thought that there was going to be a medicine that would help her and make her better. And little did we know, 15 months later, our daughter was on the brink of death. There were no more medicines. There was really no other options but to get her brain split in half. And as parents, we just couldn't do that. So we took her to Colorado and we started Cannabis in April of last year. And so I've been able to see firsthand the miracles and the benefits of this medicine. Just, you know, to see my daughter every day and to see her making progress and to know she's like looking at me and she can see my face, or to get that hug from her. These things are priceless, but at the same time, while Jackie's doing so well, there's so many other children, adults, I mean, people, hundreds of thousands of people here in this state suffering, not getting the help they needed. And, you know, it's really imperative for all of us to stand up and do our part, which all of you guys, you know, I'm used to seeing the same faces every time. I thank you guys so much for everything you guys do. But for real, we have to make this happen. I know that the legislators and the governor, they could care less about us. I've been begging and pleading with these people for over a year. They have every medical record from the day my daughter started Cannabis, you know, and it's just really sad. If you're sick and you're in need in Oklahoma, this is not currently a welcoming state for people who have ailments, you know, that let you die before they help you. And so I definitely strongly believe that prohibition is murder. To deny any human, I don't care what their age, I don't care what their ailment is, if cannabis can help them, they should have the safe and legal access that everybody deserves. I can't stand to see another life lost, another child dying, another adult passing away, you know. And so I'm going to stand here and make a promise to all of you right now that I will continue to do everything in my power every second of every day to fight until this medicine is made legal and available for everybody here in our home state. So
thank you.
I thank everybody. And I just say let's keep up the good job that we're doing. So who's next?
Thank you.